Hey everybody, it's Colleen Pearl, the Cool Crone, and welcome back to my channel. I want to say thank you to everybody for hitting 10,000 subscribers. This is a big deal for me, you guys. I started my channel in 2020, and it took me the longest time to get to even 1,000 subscribers. And then it seemed like it just was pulling teeth to get any more than that. And then in 2024, I think I finally hit 4,000 and then 5,000 subscribers. But this is something else. Within not even 2 months. Yeah, 2 months, because it's just been since the election. I've doubled from 5,000 something to now 10,000 something. So that's cuckoo. That means that the algorithm and YouTube itself is pushing my videos out so that more people can see them. So we have more and more and more like-minded people gathering together, thinking the thoughts that I hope that you're thinking the thoughts that I'm putting out there, that we want to spread love and light to everybody, but we also want democracy in our country, and we want to see the will of the people fulfilled. So thank you so much for pushing my videos out there. That's what you really did. And let's get on to the topic of my video. So now that Johnson has been placed back into the speaker's chair, what will happen with the certification and how long will he be there? I did a meditation today and I got some very interesting messages from my guides. And some conflicting messages from my guides. So basically, the bottom line is that I got that DJT will be certified, but he won't be inaugurated. And I had a long conversation with my sister, and a lot of people out there are familiar with her, Cleo the Seer. She's a very good, very, very good psychic and medium, and she's been holding back from going on political shows, except for my show, PoliTarology, because it's just been conflicting and confusing with our guides, because we get answers and then answers change. We get information and then timelines change. And so we've been wrong a lot more than we've been right, really, for the last 5 months or so. I mean, it's been a while. It's 2 months since the election that almost everything that most readers have said have just been kaflooey. It's just, you might as well throw spaghetti at the wall. You're not really getting predictions. You're getting wild guesses. And some people have gotten a few things right, and most people have gotten a lot of things wrong. And that's the category I find myself in. But what I got in this meditation, for what it's worth, is that there would be a lot of arguing, that there would be a lot of people standing up and saying, you know, there was interference in this election, and we don't feel that it should be certified right now. And then I also got that there would be backroom deals. There would be people, as they did with the speakership election, that people would be taken into other rooms and talked to. And what I got, and this was my own inference, this is not what they actually said to me, that there would be, you know, threats, blackmail, you know, extortion of some kind, that people would come out of those rooms with their minds changed, that there would be many voices protesting on both sides. Some voices would be saying, you know, you had your chance to ask for recounts or taking it up with the courts, and you didn't do that. And other voices saying, the recounts would have made no difference because of the type of interference that we experienced. It was unlike anything that we've ever experienced, and we're not the only country that experienced it, yada, yada, yada. So it's a mess, and it could last all day, and at the end of the day, there probably would not be a certification. Also, what I picked up is that there is a certain amount of danger here. We have both the senators and congresspeople all together in one building, including the vice president. And to have all of those elected officials in one room together is quite dangerous and makes them very vulnerable, for what it's worth. I just thought I'd throw that out there. And bottom line was, they said there may be enough votes to prevent DJT from being certified, but he will be anyway. So that's what I got. Now, there is a protest going on in Washington today. It's probably over by now. It's about 6 o'clock in New Jersey right now, so I think they'd probably be home and done protesting. But they were bringing up the 14th Amendment and saying that DJT just did not qualify to be certified or inaugurated or even on the ballot, but nevertheless that he should not be made president. And that's what they're saying. So what I want to say is that I'd like to go over again some of the things that have been changed on timelines that me and a lot of people read on and made predictions about that clearly are not going to happen now. So let me just switch the cameras and lay out cards. And the first thing that I'm going to lay out cards for is the fate of Mikey Moses Johnson. Okay, so this is what I got. And the way I phrased the question was, will Trump get his certification? Because I realized that when I'm shuffling these cards, if I'm just asking, how will the certification go? I'm not going to know when the cards come up, negative or positive, who they're negative or positive about. So I asked, will Trump get his certification? And I think he may not, because the first card up is the High Priestess. So things are hidden. There is a hidden agenda going on here that I think he doesn't know about. And the second card up is the Three of Cups, and I usually have all of my cards facing upright, and this came up reversed. So the Three of Cups is usually the happy dance with three women there, and you know how Trump loves his women. And no bueno, these gals are not dancing for him. There is no happy dance. Also, the card right in the middle, which, as Autumn from Black and Orange always says, is the most important card in a 5-card spread, right? 10 of Swords. So there's a betrayal, a backstabbing, or his perception of a betrayal and a backstabbing is going on there. And then we have the King of Wands. This is a fire sign male. Now, there's a lot of fire sign males. After one of my previous videos where I mentioned I didn't know who the King of Wands were, I had so many people giving me a list of all the guys who are fire signs. So, could be any one of a number of them, including J.D. Vance. I believe he's a fire sign. And the final card is Five of Wands, which is fighting. And it's not necessarily physical fighting. It's not even necessarily mental fighting or arguing. But it's a resistance. It's a pushback. It's not going along with the normal course of events. So I'm going to say that the certification is a no. And I know there's probably one more reading where I say, hey, it's going to happen, and it doesn't happen. But like I had said on my last video, it doesn't matter. These details don't matter. We will be going forward, and it may be tough because as a country, we need to learn a few things. And both the MAGA and the Democrats and the Republicans need to figure out how to fight back against this authoritarian pressure and to fight back against all this law breaking. And we all need to remember what the rules and laws are for our country and to adhere to them. So that's why a lot of these things are not working right, because we still need to learn these lessons. But anyway, that sounds like an excuse. Maybe it is, I don't know, but that's where we're going there. Okay, so the next question, and I'm just going to do, if I have to, I'll do a couple of different videos, but I want to keep this fairly short. So the next thing that I want to talk about is Hakeem Jeffries. So is Hakeem Jeffries going to be brought in as speaker sooner rather than later? Let's find out, because inquiring minds want to know. I'm going to pause here. Okay, as much as I wanted to just pick up these cards and you know, throw out different cards. I didn't. I used a little restraint. The first card is the Queen of Cups. So this is a female, water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So Hakim is not really in charge. Somebody else is in charge. And I feel like this Queen of Cups is the person in charge. So I don't really know where that leads us, but he is feeling worried. He's worried, I think, more for the American people than himself, because that's the kind of guy he is. He's a Leo, and he's confident enough about his position that he doesn't think so much about himself. He really does put it on the American people, but he's worried that this is going to take, you know, food out of the mouths of children and families and hurt them in financial and more material ways, especially in healthcare and things like that. So he's worried. He's very upset. He wants to defend the speakership. He wants to ascend to the speakership, but he realizes that there's more battles there. And the final outcome is the King of Pentacles. This could be Mikey Moses, because he's a Capricorn, so he would be that. But the way I asked this was, what's the next 6 months hold for Hakeem Jeffries? And no bueno. It's not good. So whatever is going on in the house, it appears that we're not going to have a change in leadership right away. And I thought we would. I thought we would have a change in leadership. So maybe I'll throw again on Mikey and see what it says today, because it changes every day. All right, give me a minute to reshuffle. Okay, well, this is interesting. So the first card up is the hopping from one foot to the other, the Two of Pentacles. So I think in March, when the CR comes up for the debt ceiling, he's not going to do very well, and he's going to be in the same hot water that he was in a few days ago. Then we have the Lovers, you know, they have the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups is telling me that he's having to make deals. He's having to make a lot of deals, and somehow the deals that he makes are not enough, because we have the Star reversed. So he does not meet his goal. And could that mean a government shutdown? Maybe in March, because that's when it's due. I did not allow for reversals in this group of cards. I turned everything upright, so it's interesting that the Star came out upside down. That means that they really wanted that card to be upside down. And then we have the Ace of Wands. So clearly, I think he's going to be challenged at some point in his 6 months. His seat as speaker is going to be challenged. And I think that the challenger is going to come up great. It's the King of Cups. Now, this is usually the Biden card, but there could be another water sign person in the Congress that challenges his seat at that point. That's not Hakeem Jeffries. So it's either Joe Biden or it's another King of Cups. So I think that his 6 months, the first 6 months of 2025, and I'm not saying that he's going to stay in as speaker for those whole 6 months. I'm just looking at the first 6 months, the first half of the year. How will he do? And it looks like he doesn't do very well. And it looks like really he's going to get bonked on the head by the Fred Flintstone Club at some point in these first 6 months. And probably if he's still there for the debt ceiling question again, he's not going to make a good deal, and that's when he would leave if he hasn't left already. My feeling is that he is going to leave before that, but you know, what do I know? I'm just a psychic on YouTube, and lately all of us are wrong about everything, so who knows? Okay, now next question is going to be, check my notes, DJT. Okay, so for this question, I'm going to change. No, I think I'll keep these cards. So for this question, I'm looking at, you know, we had all predicted a health event, you know, before the election. A lot of people thought that he would have it before the election or between the election and the inauguration, and so far he hasn't had it. So is he going to have, how is his health between now and the election, or just maybe his health in general in the month of January? Let's do that. His DJT's health in general in the month of January, with an eye towards will he be able to fulfill his duties during that time. Okay. Well, if he does have a health event, we're not going to hear about it. We start out with the moon. So something hidden by the moon, but then also revealed once a little time has passed. And the next card is in reverse. It is the Three of Wands in reverse. So there is plans, strategies, looking forward to the future, looking to foreign countries, right, for things that you want to do. And it looks like those plans have a kibosh on them for some reason, which we may not be privy to. Then we have the Knight of Swords. It's interesting. In this Knight of Swords, this horse is flying, and this is reversed. So he's not flying anywhere. He's not taking action. He's not flying anywhere. He's not going anywhere. And then we have the Lover's card reversed, so his relationships are kind of falling apart, but this isn't indicating health things. And then Mar-a-Lago, so he ends up going home to Mar-a-Lago. I'm only doing 5 cards because I want to make these short. So I'm guessing he does not have a big health event in the month of January. There we go. All right, so next thing we want to read about is what's going on with Kamala. And I'll pause. Okay, so I put everything back so that it's all upright, and first card up is the Knight of Swords. Interesting that this is coming in this reading, and it also was in DJT's reading. Again, this Knight of Swords, the horse has wings, so they are literally just flying through the air with the Sword of Justice. And she is a Libra, so this is a really good card for a Libra. Then we have the Two of Swords with peace. So there's a choice to be made, and she's choosing peace. Then we have the Page of Cups. This is someone bringing the information. This is someone bringing a surprise message, surprise news. And that surprise news is going to make everybody happy, but also it illuminates things. It brings clarity and sunlight, daylight to a messy situation, a hidden, unknown situation, a situation that was secret or hidden from the public up until now. And the final outcome is the Tower, because it's going to change things appreciably. It's going to make a big, big, big change for everybody who hears this message. So I think her 6 months is very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. So we'll see. We'll just have to see what happens. Previously, I had made suggestions that perhaps, with the delay of the inauguration, the current administration would just stay in place. So most likely over these next 6 months, for the majority of it, she is just staying in place, not moving back to California, not moving out of the house that they get. It's something about the Navy, the naval something. And Joe not moving out of the White House if everything gets postponed. So that could be what this is indicating, that, that they're bringing more and more and more information out to the public. And as they bring that information out to the public, it becomes more and more clear that the election was interfered with and that the results that were told to the public are incorrect. This is what I have been saying all along, but so many things have happened. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry that we're in this spot, but it's not my fault. Of course it's not my fault. It's Russia and all those other countries. It's their fault. Okay. So, now Joe Biden was supposed to pack up his office and go home. So let's just read real quick and see, what's going on with Joe Biden? Why isn't he going anywhere? Well, these are a bunch of really stellar cards, but I'm not sure they really give me an answer. I'm asking, is Joe Biden just going to stay in the White House after January 20th? And the first card I get is the King of Swords. Now, this could be Jack Smith. This could be any number of people who are in the Justice Department. And that doesn't tell me anything about Joe Biden, except for that the will of the King of Swords, I guess, is what's important here. And then we get the Five of Swords, so there is a fight to be had there. There is a resistance. There is somebody putting down an insurrection or something, like somebody putting down a bully, or is the bully themselves. That doesn't tell me whether he's leaving or not, but let's keep going. And then, again, we have this King of Wands, and people have suggested that this could be a person on Jack Smith's team. This could be Hakeem Jeffries. This could be any number of people who are male Leos. So this doesn't tell me anything about Joe Biden leaving the White House. And then we get the Judgment card. And the Judgment card just says, yes, it's final. It's decided. There is a judgment. There is a decision. There is a reason why he might not leave the White House. So it's been decided. But it's not telling me which way it's decided. I love this. The guides are really being coy. Well, if something like this has been decided, well then no, he's not leaving the White House. And the last card is the Sun. Illumination of these ideas, illumination of whatever has been hidden up until now is coming out. So I don't think he's leaving the White House. I think he's staying, and I think there's a big old delay on the way. Okay, so here we go with that. Because I can't imagine they want smelly old Donald in the White House. All right, so last thing is what's going on with Vance. He must be under a rock right now. I don't know. Let's shuffle some cards and see what's going on with him. Another set of surprising cards. First card up, Mar-a-Lago. So I guess he's been spending some time in Mar-a-Lago. Now that officially he is no longer in the Senate, I guess he can just hang out with the Donald and find out what his marching orders are going to be. Because in order to find Alonia, the real president, he has to be in Mar-a-Lago. I'm sorry. I just have to say it like that. And the second card up is the Tower. So I don't think things are going to be great for him after the certification or non-certification, however the case may be. Because even if they get certified, they're not moving into the White House immediately. So there's some time in between there. And anything that goes south, I have a feeling that Donald is blaming Vance. So Vance is at Mar-a-Lago just so he can be kicked like a little puppy whenever Trump is angry. I think that's his role. Because the next card, which is the most important card in the 5-card spread, the Four of Swords. And so he's just resting and relaxing in between kicks so that he doesn't, tire himself out. The next card is even worse. It's the Five of Cups. So he is not happy. He is just not happy. And he feels betrayed. He's got the Three of Swords there. And so I think for Vance, this is this should be like a high point in his life, and it's not. It's really bad. I mean, once he has the Mar-a-Lago card, and then everything after that is bad. The Tower, the Four of Swords, the Five of Cups, and then the Three of Swords. So I'd love to feel sorry for him, but I don't. I just don't. I'm sorry, I just don't feel sorry for him. So that's what I have, everybody. Let me go back to my face. Hi, I'm back. So that's what I have for those questions. And I hope this was clear as mud, because that's what I'm getting from my guides. Clear as mud, what is going on. But I don't feel that, even if Donald Trump does get certified, I don't think he's going to get inaugurated. I know he's not going to get inaugurated. I'm going to say that clearly. I don't think he's going to get inaugurated. But I also think that all these pieces around this question give us some more clues about what's going on. I think it's highly likely that they are going to, either at the date of the certification or in between the certification and the inauguration, there is going to be a lot of information poured out from maybe Treasury, maybe a spokesperson for the administration, a lot of things, letting the country know that there was foreign interference in our election, and for that reason this election cannot be properly certified. Now, Sterling was saying that he's going to be decertified. So he may get certified and then immediately decertified. I don't know, but the cleanest way would be for him not to get certified. And I have my ideas about how this would happen, but I really just stole them from my sister, so I don't want to say them on my video. I can't claim them as my messages from my guides. And if the certification does go upside down, my sister and I will be on Monday evening after another show that I'm doing, and we will come on Monday evening and talk about it. If he gets certified, then we probably won't come on. So stay tuned for that. And I hope you're all subscribed, because then you'll be notified about whether I am or am not going to do that video. All right, take care, everybody. Have a wonderful Sunday and enjoy the beginning of the work week if you're working. I am. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Bye.